Nah. No fish tonight. Charles has been missing for a while. No one asks. Where's Charles? Doesn't matter though. We're playing Red Prison tonight. As the only suggestion that I got in the Discord channel was clown around with Prison. So we're going to do it. We are going to do it. You assume Doggo got Charles? Charles is in quarantine. Don't ask. So, we have Red Prison. We've played this variation. I've made a few small changes. It was back in June 15th that we ended up playing this, and we're going to play this now August 1st. Because Red Prison does have the ability to win games, and we've noticed that even when we kind of messed around with Emrakul, we did fine. And okay, most of that was Emrakul's doing, but aside from Italian dishes, we've got a list here, and it's a little bit different than your typical Red Prison list because it's not trying to exactly ramp into Blood Moon or Bridge. It does happen naturally on turn 2 with Gemstone. Oh, okay, that doesn't happen either. It basically just plays Blood Moon on curve, Ensnaring Bridge on curve. But then we have other 3-drops, such as Pillage and Seasoned Pyromancer, and with Liquimetal Torque and Karn the Great Creator here, things get kind of crazy. Now, we can't go after lands with Liquimetal Torque, but that's okay because we're going to just pillage lands in Blood Moon, and my opponent's not going to be able to play Magic. Keep in mind that we also have Boom Bust over here. This is a bit of a red land destruction prison list, and that's what we're going to be trying today. I bumped up the Karns to 4. We left the Chandras at 2 here. I bumped the Blood Moons up, and I got rid of some lands because who needs lands when you could potentially ramp up? All that being said, this is what we're going to be playing. We got a Chandra Awakened Inferno in the sideboard. Spellskites, feeling kind of frisky on redirecting spells here today. We'll see if that ends up happening. I'm prepared. Don't ask. If we take it out, it's going to be miserable. We leave it in, we'll never use it. But this is going to be the list that we're going to be running. We'll see how many times we Fury someone, Seasoned Pyromancer, Pillage. We've got all of the goodies kind of going on here. We've even got Chalice of the Void, which is good against the Rhinos, if you know what I mean, and the Prowess lists. Let's go play some Magic tonight. Uh-oh, I hope I have event tickets. I do. Putting the money down. Let's go. Why would you massacre artifacts? That seems rude. I should put in a Vandal Blast. You're right. You love this list. Spellskite was clutch against all the Infect. We have Chalice on 1 for that, but if we do run into Infect, it will be excellent. It was between this and a mass amount of Torp Orbs in Eater of Days, and I felt like that was a little too much of a meme for Monday. After all, Monday is meta day, right? Not meme day. Fury Moon and Chalice is also clutch. Fury Moon and Chalice. Yep. Last you heard it was meme day? We didn't play Emrakul on meme day though. There was a Emrakul cast last night in EDH. You know, hoping for all the Infect matchups. Modern at this point is very much in a state where it is a bit of the matchup dependencies, and if you don't hit the right sideboard cards with the right decks as your opponent, you will lose. We're going to play first here. 1-landers are no good. We do have 1 modal dual facing card land, but it is not in our hand. We're going to mulligan this initial hand. Maybe I shouldn't have taken the lands out. Although having all 3 of our Furies in our opening hand is also probably not very good either. Let's mulligan this. What is 2 lands? No one will know. We'll mulligan one more time. Oh. There's some lands. Let's keep this. Get rid of Fury. Get rid of Bridge. Get rid of Chalice. I'll get rid of Blood Moon. I'm gonna play this past turn. 13 months. What's up, Calcium? How's it going? Oh, I feel sick to my stomach. Just kidding. I'm just kidding, everyone. It was always fine. It was always there. Calcium coming in clutch. Red ball group. What? What? What is that doing there? It's an Urborg. I'm confused. How's it going, heebie-jeebies? Back from vacation, lock them out. That's the plan. Red ball, red ball. Waste. We're going to blow up the waste with the Cleansing Wildfire. 3 drop. Matter. Walking Ballista. Okay. Okay. That's fine. It's 1-1. We'll deal with that 1-1 in a moment. Let's go ahead and Cleansing Wildfire there. Waste. Draw a card. Maybe draw a land. Play the other Cleansing Wildfire on the other waste that they go get. What's up, Corey? Chalice on 0 doesn't seem very good. Pass. No. No. Don't take my Cleansing Wildfire. Hydrate. We just started. In for 1. We're at 19. Bridge. That'll work. I think at this point I'm just going to put a bonus Chalice on 1 to empty the hand and have this on something a little more effective than perhaps 0 against our probably Chalice wielding opponent here. We're going to take our... Oh no. Oh no. Probably hit this button now. There goes Chalice that was on 1. We go to 14. This can't be activated. This is here. We're taking another 5 here. I have this to deal with. Here, let's get rid of... Let's play our other Chalice here. Noting that this has been shut off too because Karn of the Great Creators. So we got kind of like double Stone Rain with the Karn the Great Creator. And if they play Liquimetal Coating, they can shut off another land here. And we're just going to hit this button real fast. We're done. Not a good start. We were excited to have the Blood Moon. Pillage is kind of interesting. Can't cast Pillage, but it's an interesting card. Okay, well. Good sideboard card. What else we got here? What else we got? We could bring in Spellskite. Really don't think that's a good idea, though. I think it's just going to be Void Mirror. Void Mirror, take out, like, Chalice. Can I get these other Chalices out of here? I mean, maybe it's just, like, 2 Spellskites for 2 more Chalices. It's not great. Not against Karn, that great creator. This is all I want. This is all I need. We did mull quite a bit. I guess I could bring Chandra Awakened Inferno in, but we'll keep 1 Chalice. Maybe because I'm on the play, I put the Chalice on 1 and that slows their ramp down. Let's see if we can get opening hands with a little bit more mana. Yes. Keep. Keep. Void Mirror in hand. See what my opponent does. Urza's Mine, Expedition Map. Cool, cool. Let's go ahead and play our Void Mirror. Pass turn. Planning a Cleansing Wildfire next, although if I get a indestructible land, we're going to the Boom Bust. We do not. So let's go ahead and probably just knock the Eldrazi Temple off. They go get an Urborg here so that they can pay mana. Then we'll Boom Bust the Urborg. Draw land. We might just pillage the Urborg. Look at that Urborg. All right, Urborg. Walking Ballista for 1. Indestructible lands. The answer is no. We will go ahead and pillage Urborg. Good luck, opponent. Now what? Now what do you got? It's a lot of mana there that doesn't do a lot for you. All right, let's go ahead and let's play Seasoned Pyromancer. I'm going to get rid of one Boom Bust and I think this Bridge because the Void Mirror should be pretty good here. Apparently I'm not going to hit anything, but that's okay. Now we got a Seasoned Pyromancer blocking the Walking Ballista. If they get another land, they can pump this. It's about all they're doing here. And my opponent's just not interested. Cleansing Wildfire and Boom Bust answers to Urborg. Opponent's crying. Maybe. Do I do this Chalice out? Let's bring the Chandra Awaken Inferno in. Too bad they're not Blue Tron and take them out with the Boil. This is like the super anti-Tron deck. Yeah, but it's not really the super anti... it's not really super anti... Eldrazi Tron. I'm going to keep this because I can ramp myself, get ahead of my opponent. Seasoned Pyromancer. Chandra Awaken Inferno feels weak here. Did you see Tube Man last time? Tube Man invaded the stream again? I hate it when Tube Man does that. All right. Do I want to ramp myself or do I want to mess with my opponent's lands here? It's probably appropriate to mess with their lands. Then I can go with Seasoned Pyromancer next. I'll go get their waste. This is a little bit later. We might even pitch it for one Seasoned Pyromancer here. Could have ramped to try to get Karn out faster, but they had the Eldrazi Temple. Looks like they still have the Eldrazi Temple there. All right, 1, 2, 3. Seasoned Pyromancer. We can get rid of the Silver Bluff and the Fiery Islet because I'm drawing and try to draw, new things. Cascading Cataracts is held here because it was a land, it was indestructible, and it came into play untapped. Opponent's got 5 mana here. We might be seeing Reality Smasher. If that's the case, I may pillage the Eldrazi Temple before playing Karn. Wow. Reality Smasher. Does Greentron run Yavimaya Cradle? Luckily, we're not playing against Greentron. I'm worried about playing Silver Bluff here and they just play another Karn. Do I need to do Karn down tick here? I don't want to. I think I want to pillage the Eldrazi Temple and move on. I would assume Greentron does, but we're not playing Greentron. All right, my opponent passes back to us. I end up top decking another Karn here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's do something a little bit different here than playing Karn. I'm going to play Seasoned Pyromancer, getting rid of... Let's get rid of Karn and the Cascading. Now I have enough damage to kill the Reality Smasher if it attacks. I have a bridge I ended up wheeling into. I can't cast Chandra, but I'm not worried about casting Chandra right now. I will go block with everything and force them to play something here. Because now we can play bridge pretty safely. My opponent dismembers here to get through for 2 and kill my creatures. We get a pillage. Love to pillage something, but to keep a life total high, we're going to go ahead and bridge past turn. Redundant Karns look great here. Opponent plays another land and plays a Thought-Knot Seer, will be fine. Urza's Saga it's okay. 4 mana. Karn, the greatest of creators. Kills my land. Seems fine. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I can play Karn and get a 1-drop, which is Elixir, not Pithing Needle. Can't quite play this to kill here. I don't want to really get a Liquimetal, but I might just need to. I'm actually going to go get Bridge. I'm going to go get a Bridge here. Having a spare Bridge seems like an okay thing. Karn can uptick and get the Bridge to become a creature, and then my opponent can dismember. This is a typical way that Eldrazi gets out of this. My opponent's going to go get something. They get Sky Sovereign. That's fine. Sky Sovereign. Let's see here. This has already gotten... This shoots Karn. We can play another Karn. We can play the Bridge. We could play Chandra if we get lucky. We do get lucky. But I'd take 3 to do it. This might be worth it. Wonder what they get on 1. I actually feel like this might be a Pillage this, followed by a Bridge. So I have 2 bridges here. This gives them Karn for a turn. You kill their Karn there and you don't know how they win? Well, they'll get, what? They'll get a Pithing Needle with this. That's fine. 1, 2, 3, 4. Land drop, uptick here, dismember. But I guess if they could have a second Karn. That's one way they're getting us. It's probably correct to kill this, though. Hammer passes the backside, right? It's probably just correct to kill the Karn, let them go get something here. Hit it for 4. How's it going, Russ? I mean, I guess, yeah, the Pillage gets rid of the Needle. I'm just maybe a little more worried about them somehow getting this and not having a second Bridge here. But maybe I'm just overthinking it. Opponent floats black. Gets Pithing Needle. Pithing Needle on Chandra. Thought-Knot Seer gets rid of the Pillage, and then I have a Karn. Karn down to go get Liquimetal Coating. Let's play Magic. Probably have to play Bridge first. I'm not beating Tron yet. Don't curse us. Head Cold's no good. How's the dog? I never ask you. How's I want to say it's like Susie or something. That might be wrong. 4 mana. TKS. Lucy. There's a bonus Karn. If they uptick here and kill this, I lose. They're down ticking. Okay. You're down ticking. What are we down ticking for? What do you got? Salmongram, probably. I think it was run in the challenge. It's also a way to get around Void Mirror in case some people have it in their sideboards. I would show you, but it's actually mainboarded now. If we top deck Void Mirror, I probably pillage the Urborg and play the Void Mirror. My opponent gets a Tormod's Crypt. That's fine. I'm worried about our Seasoned Pyromancers. Giving me a chance to untap and potentially use these. Kind of interesting. That's fine. Goodbye, Graveyard. All right, land obviously comes into play here. We could pillage and actually Karn. I don't think that's the right play, though. It's probably pillage and bridge here. So, pillage Needle. Uptick. Giving the gift it keeps giving. Bridge here, so we have second bridge in case they find something to uptick and kill with. The gift that keeps giving has been given. 5 to 15. Got a little ways to go here with this Chandra. This Chandra could downtick and kill Karn, or we can go up one more time. Sideboard-wise, not a whole lot to go get due to the Karn. Now we can downtick for 1, but they might have like Spyglass, or they might have That Walking Ballista is kind of an interesting one to get. Karn's going to stop the Walking Ballista, and then I can shoot their Karn for 1. He could have exiled here and got Needle again. He opted to get mine. Oh, extra bridge is nice here. All right, my opponent opted not to play the Walking Ballista. So he's going to move this up. So that's going to go to 3 here. So I'm dead on board. Do I have an out? I have to create a blocker here, it looks like. So I have to go get a Walking Ballista. And then they play their Walking Ballista after. I could kill Karn and go get Elixir. Liquid Metal doesn't shut down Blast Zone enough. But I could get the Elixir. It's kind of an interesting play here. I have to hold the bridge for post Blast Zone here, and I probably want to kill this Karn. So let's kill Karn. Kind of like the Elixir play. It's unique enough. Because Elixir's 2 to activate, I believe. Yeah. And that'll give me enough for another Reality Smasher. And if they're blowing up Blast Zone, we're probably okay here. Oh, these go get silver bluffs when they're exiled. It's cute, isn't it? All right, little Elixir here. Let's do it. Sure. Your move, opponent. Blast Zone's going up to 3. They'll take Reality Smasher and blow up one of these, probably Planeswalkers. We'll be at 10. In order to activate Blast Zone, they won't have a second Reality Smasher. And if they are thinking that Walking Ballista is one of their outs here, they might have to kill Karn. That leaves me with a Chandra. This game's interesting at this point. I'm like a bad guy in Ghostbusters. That was 3, right? It's not 1, right? Okay. You got it. Where's this coming? All right, attacks Karn. Karn's dying. That's good. We're doing this after so that we get the Karn. Gives me a chance to redraw a Karn. Elixir! Woohoo! All right. Looks like I'm going up here. Giving the gifts. Keep on giving. Play a bridge and we'll play Spire Bluff. Pass the turn. All right. We're defending ourselves. We have a 7-turn clock. It's a little less because we're going to go up a few more times with Chandra. They play the Walking Ballista down for 2. I hit it for 2. If they have Tron coming up here, it's going to be a big Ballista, but we're sitting at 10. That's pretty healthy. Can't tell me Chandra Awakened Inferno is going to win this game. This Planeswalker never wins the games. Well, I mean, like, you know. We'll see. We'll see. Well, everyone keeps saying almost dead. Could have a way to get rid of this bridge. Let's calm down, everyone. Exactly. All right, so they have Karn the Great Creator. Now they have a way to get rid of the bridge. They go down here. I probably have to kill this. What do they get? Soul Guide Lantern. Sure. That one doesn't scare me as much. They exile Pithing Needle here, so I have to kill Karn. What are you doing back here? Now I want to kill Karn. The Soul Guide's to get rid of the Pithing Needle. So, and I want to use Elixir again. So we're going to hit their Karn for 3, because I don't want Karn to go get that Pithing Needle. They need to have another Karn in hand. This also shuts down my bridge here. This does mean that the Walking Ballista here kills this Chandra. So I don't get a bolt per turn, but I get a shock per turn. And they'll have 2 creatures here. We're going to be at 15. They'll be looking for a way to get rid of bridge. 10 to 10. And if they don't have Karn minus to get Pithing Needle, the Chandra then makes it a bolt per turn. And a 4 a turn, it's a 3-turn clock. Opponent is drawing cards. This is a very good opening game. A lot of different lines here. Difficult game. Confusing game. Another tower for my opponent. 2, 4, 6 mana available to them. No Tron. I would actually take a Cleansing or a Pillage to get rid of the Urborg. I could even get rid of the Mine. Maybe that's the more scary thing to do. You're very upset he drew Karn number 3? I mean, we've killed 3 Karns. Don't be upset. The Elixir's doing a lot more than it's ever done before. We thought we would be bringing it in mill, let alone Tron. Opponent is thinking here. Walking Ballista is still in hand. What does that do for them, though? Like I said, it kills Chandra. Is it worth giving up your Walking Ballista to get rid of Chandra here? It appears that's what they're going to maybe do. Got a 2/2 Walking Ballista. Shoot, shoot. Slows down the clock. Smart move. All right. We're going to go ahead and shuffle Chandra back into the hand. Or into the library. We could draw it again. After all, we drew Elixir into Elixir. Land drop, pass turn. All right, we're at 15. My opponent's going to 8, 5-turn clock. Can they find the uptick for the bridge in the Dismember? Needing their last Karn? We'll see if they find it. Three mana. Reconsidering. Passes back to us. We will take a Seasoned Pyromancer here. We have plenty of mana and it's a 5/5. Unlikely to get stuck with too much in my hand here. Draw 2. Clock just got shorter, ladies and gentlemen. That clock just got real short. Ruins and Ruins. Not bad draws here. Opponent's at the virtual 6, going down to virtual 4 here. My opponent makes a little Eldrazi. They're like great draws, but then they're like not great draws all at the same time. Uh-oh. We got some 1/1s. Death Touch and Lifelink. This is kind of interesting. My opponent can kind of stave off a little bit of this. Tron is found for our opponent, but it may be too late. Hooks up here. They're going to gain just a little bit. I block here, I think. I gain 1. That's up to 7. A big Walking Ballista would be scary, but they don't have another Walking Ballista. TikTok opponent. Walking Ballista would be scary because the lifelink. We're hoping they have no way to get rid of this bridge. They are casting just about everything. I do need to get empty-handed here. Otherwise, my opponent does kind of do these weird gains a little bit of life with this Scion. They go into 5. Attempting to go empty-handed. It looks like we are going to. And I think this is going to wrap it up. Second bridge should be enough here. 2 from the Gifts of Chandra, 2 from the Ruins, and 2 from the Gifts of Chandra to make it exactly 6. Looking to dodge Walking Ballista here. And we get there. Eldrazi-tron. It took a lot of bridges, 4 of them to be exact. Oh, another Ramunot. Took Chandra Awakened Inferno. Elixir. We got it done. We got it done. What a great start to the day. I can't believe these cards mattered. I can't believe it. That's crazy. That was a good game. Easy come, easy go. That was different. I can't believe we had Void Mirror do something this league either. Everything's working. Let's go. Match number 2. Whew. What a great one for heebie-jeebies to come back from vacation and see. Yeah. Red sources are preferred. I kind of want to keep this. It gets kind of crazy if I can get to that red source. 21 lands, 5 of them are basically not red. So 16 hits here. 16 out of 53 with 3 draws probably before I need to be really doing something against a Yorion list. Seasoned Pyromancer is not single pipped, but Cleansing Wildfire would let me, and Boom Bust would put them back. Let's keep this. Let's risk it a little bit. How many are tapped? 3 or 4, but it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. We're going to slam down a Chalice on 1. My Yorion friend's going to be like, what? Everyone just needs to believe a little bit. Just believe a little bit. Basic Plains. Aether Vial. Look at that Karn looking great. Red source. That's not the card I wanted to pick. There we go. Chalice on 1 pass turn. Do we lose this because we have double pip cards? Nah, got this. Look at this. If they have a Ghost Quarter and a Leonin Arbiter, we're great. We're great. What is this? Thalia. Well, I need another land anyway. Come on, land. Waiting to do Aether Vial on 1. All right. It came into play tapped. We got our red source, though. Things are looking up for us. Maybe I didn't want to because of the Esper Sentinel. Maybe I didn't want to. Karn's looking not too bad. Boom Bust not looking too bad. Maybe take care of the blue source here. Cleansing Wildfire ramps us, which isn't bad either, and getting us also our red source for Seasoned Pyromancer. I'd say we're looking pretty okay here. In for 3, it's hardly anything. And down to 17. I feel like if my opponent doesn't play anything here, I want to just get rid of the blue source. That blue source scares me a little bit. Opting to get a little more white here. This one's kind of cool. It's like a big maze on the left, and it's a boat on the right. All right, well, that's an interesting one. Can't play that, so I'm looking at Boom Bust or Cleansing Wildfire. Boom Bust sets my opponent back 1, but they've got an Aether Vial going here. Am I worried about stuff at 4, or do I need to get the Cleansing Wildfire going? Either way, my opponent draws 1 here. I think it's going to have to be Cleansing myself. Get a little ramp on here. Let my opponent draw. It'll be really bad if they have a Spell Queller here. Like, super bad. Leonin Arbiter screws this up too. That doesn't screw anything up. You're good. A Fury off the top wouldn't be bad here. What are you gonna name? What are you gonna name? I thought it was gonna be Leonin Arbiter. I was just gonna move on. What are you gonna name? I've got indestructible lands. I have a Chalice, and I've played Cleansing Wildfire. That is all you know, Meddling Mage. Name's a Lightning Bolt. Cool. And we top deck. We do top deck a land. That's great. We're ramping like crazy. We'll be able to play Karn if I want to. We might even play like double Season Pyromancer, create blockers. Aether Vial getting up to 3. It's not at 5, so Yorion to hand scares me, but doesn't scare me. We might be doing like Season Pyromancer Blood Moon or something. I don't know. Gotta watch for this Thalia. We'll see where Arid Mesa takes us. We know the opponent is not ghosting. My opponent probably should have picked maybe like Anger the Gods or something. Chalice on 1 is a pretty big indicator that this probably won't be happening. All right, we hit another land here. We have 1, 2, 3, and then 1, 2, 3 mana. I can go Season Pyromancer, Season Pyromancer. My opponent can get the extra white here for the Yorion. Flickering these things doesn't scare me at the moment. I could also Season Pyromancer into Boom Bust, which is interesting. If I did that, though, I have to get rid of Season Pyromancer plus, like, Blood Moon. Maybe Blood Moon doesn't matter anymore because of this. Boom Bust sets them back 1. The other thing I could do here, which is interesting... Oh, I can't. But I could hold... So I can ditch Blood Moon, Season Pyromancer, giving me 3 tokens, and plan to Boom Bust. That's kind of a cool line. It could be kind of fun. Maybe I bust. Blow up all the lands. Yorion went to hand, right? Am I scared of Yorion? Maybe I am. You like keeping the Season Pyromancer here in case I like screw up on these cards? Nah. Yeah, I want to maybe Boom Bust here. Wow, that's a lot of lands. It's a lot of lands. Do I care about this? This would hurt Karn. If I play Boom, this gets it. Bust is looking good, except for the Yorion that's flies. But hey, let's just take a risk here. We'll bust the world and see what happens. I can follow it up with a Karn and maybe stop the Aether Vial on 5. We'll skip playing, though, here. This just gets a Skyclave or a Flicker Wisp. Flicker's one of these, and I'm in trouble. Skyclave gets rid of Season Pyromancer. I'm in trouble. I'm in a bit of trouble. Fetching here. Let's see what they get. They have red mana, too. Jeskai, huh? Well, the second Pyromancer would be nice, but we didn't know we were going to have that. Could have hit a Fury plus something else, and this game would be totally different. All right, plays that tapped. Plays it to Fairy. That's a really bad card for us to see now. It's for 6. I think I'm blocking. This isn't looking very good. One, two, three, four, five, 1, 2. 5 calculating Karn here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Potential 4 drop. Really tempted to concede here and not show them anything else. And I'm saying concede here because the play here is Karn. If they play anything in at 4, I'm in trouble. If they don't, I play Karn, play a land. I have to go get bridge. I play another land. I have bridge, pillage, boom bust. I guess I can get rid of a boom bust here. Play Karn, down tick, and then boom bust. A triome or something. Or maybe the basic planes. Karn down ticks and goes and gets bridge. So I'd have this. I'd have a bridge in replace of the Karn. I have 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I can bust 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2. I can't get the bust out of hand, so I'll have 2 things in hand if I do the Karn play. I would have to hit one of my 3 Furies in the top 2 card, or top card here. I think this is fine to concede and not show any more information. Because then I have to protect against Teferi as well. Fury? No. All right. Would have drawn into 2 cards, which were lands. Wasn't happening. Okay. So. Angers look okay. Spellskites look okay. Torp Orb's great off of Karn. Walking Ballista is probably okay. I'm thinking of just cutting straight chalices plus like something else. Maybe 1 Season Pyromancer. Big Chandra seems insane. Big Chandra gets stuck in hand and then we die to things like Auriok Champion and Sanctifier and stuff like that. But I guess I can pitch it with the Fury if I draw that or the Season Pyromancer. I mean, I flooded out. I don't know, Russ. I don't like your suggestion here. I don't like the Cleansing Wildfire as much. We could make the swap for the Chandra. I don't know about that. I don't know. Okay, I hit submit. I don't like the Chandra here. If we get stuck with it in hand, I'm blaming you. They don't kill quick? Oh. Are you sure about that? I've died on turn 5. Died on turn 5. All right, so for a lock here, it's almost impossible because of the Teferi, but a lock will consist of more than likely Blood Moon, Bridge, Karn, Liquimetal Coating, probably a Walking Ballista or Spellskite. So we'll need to assemble 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 things to create a full lock here. It'll be difficult, but we can potentially do it here. We'll see if we can assemble 5 pieces. It's a lot of pieces. That's a lot of pieces. At least I get to play first. They might not have Leonin Arbiter. We did see a fetch land. Cleansing Wildfire might be a little bit better than we think it is. Remember, Cleansing Wildfire is a bit of our own ramp spell. We're going to go ahead and keep this one. This one's fun. Go ahead. It's kind of cool because the Walking Ballista is here, and Walking Ballista does a number of cool things against their opponent. Yeah, Fury's in here. I do need another land, but got a few draws. Feel his wrath. Ah, good, they fetched. Oh, so scary to see a Marsh Flats and then my opponent not fetch. Got a Aether Vial. Okay. Land? It is a land. We'll hold it. Gotta make sure I'm doing the right side of Boom Bust. Blow up a land, pass a turn. Next up, pillage the Aether Vial. I owe you legacy content? I owe no one legacy content. We are a modern streamer. It says it in the description. There you go. Easiest answer ever. All right, what do you got, opponent? Look at that little Aether Vial sitting over there. Oh, land. Giver. All right. My opponent puts a 1-drop in here. It's going to be probably that Sentinel. All right, we had another land here. So we're going to play that land. Look at all these suggestions. See? Magic's hard. We could Fury, kill the Sentinel, pillage the Aether Vial. Holding Walking Ballista for the potential future problematic cards. Walking Ballista kills Giver pretty nicely. Do we need 2 pillages here? Probably not. I like holding Shatter Skull. It's our land and or it's a damage spell. I don't like ditching the double face land. We've hit running lands here. We're about to dry up. And the 4th land makes Walking Ballista a 2/2. I know the idea is, oh, you can kill the extra land here. My opponent's sitting on 4 cards. If they have a land and then another creature, they barely have anything left. I think it's going to be Fury here. Exile and Pillage, play Pillage. And Fury gets rid of both of these. So that's kind of like nifty. And then we just Pillage. And we're like super happy about this result. Like super happy. Like Cloud 9 happy. And now I have like another removal spell and a potential 2/2 here. If they play something like Thalia here, even this is fine. Like I can shoot this. This is pew. That's what you do. Pew. You just shoot it. Like this is an easy 2/2 Walking Ballista. Probably just pick this off before anything else happens. I don't want this to randomly grow or be protected for some weird reason. And now we can like cast a Shatter Skull to kill stuff, or we can pump Walking Ballista and shoot like a Thalia. Can't quite get rid of a Giver of Runes so easily. Opponent can make blue mana off the Field of Ruin. Okay. Looking pretty good. Looking pretty good. We'll just slam Karn here. Slam Karn here. Sideboard. I'm probably gonna go get Torp Orb first. I know Liquid Metal kind of does some cool things here, but I like a Torp Orb. I'm gonna attack for 1 and pass turn. Feel pretty safe to do this. A Teferi kind of annoys me a little bit if they're able to find that, but we can play Karn's Liquid Metal Coating next and a Liquid Metal Coating with the Torp Orb because we have 4 mana. We'll see what they play. If they go even like Teferi bounce Walking Ballista for some reason, I can shoot the Teferi. The Skyclave Apparition to get rid of Karn, then we at least have the Torp Orb here. I'm feeling good. Yeah, because things are probably missing, and it's not the actual deck list. Noting that kind of not exactly next to it. So it's kind of not right. So I put the note there. Just read beyond the hyperlink. There's Skyclave. Gets rid of Karn. Yep. Okay. It's a pretty easy Torp Orb here. Super easy Torp Orb plus Spellskite. We are assembling the essentially a lock here. Read the words after the link. Can't hit F6 when you got Spellskite, unfortunately. They can never beat the Ballista? Prismatic ending, prismatic ending. Path, path. Skyclave into Skyclave. Maybe not that one. That's pretty good. Supreme Verdict. They are in blue and white. I don't know. I would hold your comments of, oh, they can never beat that. Another Karn's pretty nice here. Doesn't quite do what I want it to. I think we're just pumping Walking Ballista, probably. One thing I could do here is maybe kill the Skyclave here through Thalia attacks, though I don't believe I can. I just want to pump Walking Ballista and shoot the Thalia here. My opponent's got one card in hand. I do need to keep the Walking Ballista around. It is one of my few ways to get rid of Sanctifier. Yorion just went to hand. So we have a Yorion and we have something else. Yorion is just a big Sky Noodle, 4/5. Big Sky Noodle. Let's see what we draw. Another land. We'll just play Karn and go get a bridge. Seems all right. Got plenty of blockers here. We can kill Thalia. I go ahead and pay the full amount for Thalia because I don't want to chance them having another Thalia that they can play. I'm trying to wait the longest amount of time here before doing this. We got plenty of blockers here too. This is just a shoot, stick back, block here. Karn goes to 1 and I have bridge plus land. A Fury here would be excellent, by the way. Land played. Are we getting big Sky Noodle? Meddling Mage. We can kill Meddling Mage if they name bridge here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2 right now. They do name Ensnaring Bridge. All right. Can't play Yorion, and that is the last card in their hand. Do they go after Karn here in some capacity? I don't think they should. That's just dangerous. They attack incorrectly here. I could just pick this off instead. I'm not going to, so they probably feel safe because they know Bridge King needs to be doing this. My opponent goes after me. I think I just let that happen. I mean, I say that. I could literally take 0 here too. If I had a land, Shatterskull hits so many things here and just hang tight. 2 damage is hardly anything. So I do hit the lands. I think here we just go ahead and remove, ping the Thalia. We'll do Shatterskull here. 1, 2, and then 1, 2, 3, 4. Should be 2 and 2, I believe I can do. Now we got a 4/4. Maybe I don't want to play the bridge. I don't know. This is looking pretty good. Now I've got a 4/4, 1/1 Walking Ballista, Spellskite Protecting. At this point, I think I go get a Liquimetal Coating as just an alternate thing to be playing next turn. We'll just stay back on defense with everything. Pass turn. Looking pretty good. I think we've assembled the lock here. Opponent's helping us thin the library ever so slightly here. Remember, they could get a Teferi and do something with maybe the Torpor bouncing it, but then the Torpor comes back down. So Teferi's kind of their only out, and I can redirect a Spellskite if I want. There's a 4/5. I don't have Spyglass. I don't have those things. But we can get rid of like blue mana. We can play our whole hand out here too. Which is pretty cool. Why do I hate winning? What? What are you talking about? We're winning. We're winning. There's our bridge and the Liquimetal Coating. I can make an artifact at upkeep, but I can't make it an artifact when it comes down into play. But I can redirect a Spellskite right now, so... You know, there are things we can do right now. I just need to play a little faster. The game's lagging for some reason. We're actually down on time. This never happens. I mean, yeah. It's there. It's hanging out. It's chilling. A little horror that could. I believe this is a full lock based on my opponent only having 2 cards in hand. They'd almost have to have like back-to-back Teferis at this point. With the Liquimetal Coating plus the Karn, this is probably never happening because they don't have enough lands. I think it's a full lock. Nice. Let's do that again, right? Opponent's got a lot of white, so the Cleansing Wildfire still seems inappropriate here. I think we're just going back with what we got. Kind of do the same thing. Keep the right hand, beat the opponent, win the game. That's the goal. This hand, a slam dunk. We're going to keep. Fury can be pitched for the Cleansing Wildfire, which we think is not very good. We can Boom Bust. If we don't like the idea of Boom Busting, we can Fury away that way instead. We get to lead on our tap land because we don't have any 1-drops in this list, and we've got Walking Ballista to take care of things like Sanctifier and other stuff like that. My opponent does fail, noting to play a Aether Vial here, and so the Boom Bust does look tempting. We might Fury away Esper plus this Thalia here and be in a great spot. Oh. I could also Walking Ballista on 1, but I think that's risking the Sanctifier later. All right, Marsh Flats. Fetching, getting. I really want this to be a Thalia, because then I just get rid of like Cleansing Wildfire and go booming and busting. This is kind of an interesting one. We can deal with this board. I mean, whenever you are a permanent you control. So I could shoot both of these with Fury. Probably what I gotta do. Yeah, it's 2 mana. It's 2 mana and then this doesn't trigger. Trying to think. I drew the land. Makes me think that I don't need the Cleansing Wildfire still. Do I really need the Pillage? Maybe my opponent gets an Aether Vial and I want it. Do I really need all of these Boom Busts? That'll help me catch up here. I think it's the Cleansing Wildfire. I'm gonna get rid of this. I gotta get rid of that Unsettled Mariner anyway before I start blowing up things. Fury Wildfire is correct. Nice. Correct. All right. Pay the first one. This is very interesting. We have enough mana to do this. It's a very interesting turn here, but we don't have to like let them draw a card either. We clear the board. It's like a board wipe for 2 and throw a card away. That's medium in the matchup. We hit land, pillage. If we hit a land, I pillage this turn, and then I boom, boom. Flooded Strand here. There's a Thalia. All right. I can still boom if I wanted to. Boom and then Walking Ballista a little bit later. Land? Blood Moon. All right. Let's blow up the basic plains. Thank you. Sets my opponent back, makes Aether Vial a little weird. I think the Flooded Strand is going to go get the Triome. If it goes and gets the Triome and I top deck land, we're going to smash a Blood Moon down on the battlefield. And I'm thinking it's the Triome because they have red for some reason. I'm hoping that they don't... Well, they can't now. They can't play a Teferi. That's good. Flood Strand and Triome tapped. Nice. Mr. Land Drop, don't play Teferi. Nice. Top deck land, play Blood Moon. Nice. All right, Unsettled Mariner to beat. 4 damage on the battlefield. Top deck land, let's go. Top deck land. Top deck land. Yeah, could be for Prismatic. Land, land, land. No land, I probably just have to Walking... I could Boom Bust. I could. But I probably have to Walking Ballista prep to get rid of the Thalia. But if I can get a land, Blood Moon. Just like that. Maria. It's so frustrating they have an Unsettled Mariner again. So frustrating. Boom would be countered if I don't hit a land? What? I gotta pay for the oh, yeah. Because of the Thalia attacks and the Unsettled Mariner. Alright, so we're going to Fury, and I think I'm going to get rid of the Boom Bust because the Pillage is a little more versatile. It clears the battlefield, and we get to play Magic for a little bit long. Yeah, I think it's going to just be Fury, and I'm going to get rid of the Boom Bust. Because this Blood Moon's just looking like super tasty. Like super tasty. Delicious. We'll do this whole song and dance again. 1. Oops. Yes. I nearly hit no. What a weirdo. Fury coming in clutch against the little X2, X1 creatures. Esper Sentinel, you got it. You got it. Land. Land so I don't have to have them draw a card here. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Blood Moon. Looks fantastic. Get that into play. Pillage is here for Aether Vial or Basic Plains. I don't want them to get to 2 Basic Plains because of Skyclave. Looking good. Walking Bliss is going to be a 2/2 here. Puts Yorion to hand. You got Sky Noodle. Hits for 1. Hit that F6 button. We're at 10 minutes. 11-11 for my opponent. Make a wish. Connects for 1. Never mind. Play Karn. I don't care if they draw land. Karn's too good here. Karn's too good. We go get Liquid Metal Coating, and I just don't see them getting out of this. It doesn't matter how many cards they draw. We're going to keep their basic off, and they're going to be a mono-red deck here. Don't care. You may have all the cards you want, opponent. Your game's over. Glacial Fortress. Nice. Mono red. Aether Vial doesn't matter now. Pillage can go after a land. Opponent attacks Karn. Russ. Land for us is cool. Get to play Liquid Metal Coating. We're actually going to go ahead and pay for this too. Why not? Let's go ahead and get rid of a land. Glacial Mountain, exactly. I'm going to go ahead and play the Walking Ballista here. If they go after it in any fashion, I can pick off the Sentinel, and then I can go get probably Bridge. If we're in that much of trouble. Feeling pretty good, though. It's clean. Clean list. Right to the chase. Kill the lands, make the Blood Moon, win the game. Feel the room for my opponent. That's true. That's true. There's a mountain under there. There's a mountain under there. Opponent attacks. I'm not going to block here. It's too important to just pop the Walking Ballista up one here. One, two. Really laggy. Like I said, it doesn't matter if they draw a card here. I'm playing this down to ramp myself slightly, put the Walking Ballista up to 4 here, shoot this once, and then Liquid Metal a land away. I'll be Liquid Metaling the Field of Ruin away on the off chance my opponent can get rid of my Blood Moon. This gives them another basic, and I don't want that. I have not seen a mono-colored Simpsons parody thing. In for 1 pass turn. Looking pretty good. Taking care of lands, getting in for damage, making my opponent die. If they don't play anything here, I pillage a land and kill a land. I could even save a Liquid Metal Torque on something and pillage that. It's probably the more correct thing. Just pump the Walking Ballista. This way, this is like an out to something, not Sanctifier. Yeah, we're both mono red. Notes. It's mono red. Mirror mono red. Flooded Strand Blade. Not going to play that. Pop up here. We'll get rid of the Flooded Strands. The only thing we could really probably lose to is time at this point because of how laggy Magic Online suddenly got. Your move, opponent. What's kind of cool is if they get a mount or a plains or an island and get to play one thing, Liquid Metal Torque the thing, pillage it, and then Liquid Metal Coating, get rid of the land. Need to restart. Nah. That'll help. Chandra will help. Now I don't have to worry about pillaging a thing. We'll give them a gift, kill a land, attack for 2, pass the turn. That's not good, they say. Probably not. In for 2. Down to 10. We're bolting every turn when attacking here. Gonna do a little more the next time Chandra goes up. I don't see how we're losing this. Like I said, just based on time, that's all we gotta do. So up with Chandra. I know we lose our land here, but let's just blow up as many lands as we possibly can here. That way my opponent knows they're very dead. Kicked it into overdrive here. The next thing to do is just smack him with the Liquimetal Torque. In for 2 pass turn. Opponent's got 2 gifts. 2 gifts, a Walking Ballista coming in here. Karn's gonna clear off the board. They'll have 3 gifts. Walking Ballista comes in for 3. Ping, 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 ping. Game's over next turn. How generous. I know. Chandra likes to give gifts. It's what we do. Got the GGs as well. Things not looking so bad for us. We are going to give Magic Online a quick restart, but that does put us at a solid 2-0. Give me one moment to restart the client. We'll be right back. All right, we are back. Little quick restart here. Continuing on, currently 2-0 in our league. And finding an opponent immediately. Let's go. You come for the magic, but stay for the angles. All right, we get to play first. We'll see if Magic Online behaves here. I'm going to keep this Lurrus opponent here. Chalice on 1 looks pretty okay. We're going to lead with a Ramunap Ruins. Magic Online looks to be a little bit quicker now. Zippier. Beep, beep. Thoughtseize Inquisition here, or are we playing Darcy? Playing Darcy. Nice. Let's do this. Slap down that Chalice on 1 here, and then make them a mono red deck. Shouldn't be too bad for them, honestly. Chalice on 1 might be pretty brutal here, though. You like this build so far? Seems to bring us back to a strong prison. It's definitely not bad, that's for sure. Let's go ahead and get this Blood Moon in. Maybe I can pick up another card for Seasoned Pyromancer to pitch here. They're working on getting their Delirium, but my opponent's just completely fed up and done with us here. Game 1 goes to us. Looking pretty good so far. So Darcy things. So I believe this is my Spellskite matchup. Probably Anger the Gods needs to fit in here somewhere as well. Cleansing Wildfires feel like they can go. Potentially a Boom Bust. And although Blood Moon was good there, I'm not sure I need this many. Maybe I keep the Blood Moon and get rid of one Pillage. Kind of these 4 out for a little bit more protection from things. Now, it's not going to block flyers. That's okay. We're trying to protect bridge. That being said, they're probably a K-Command list, and the K-Command list makes the Spellskite bridge interaction really awkward. But we'll do this. The Pillage could end up coming into effect here with a Liquimetal Torque, killing a creature. Something I can do. Fury should be relatively powerful here, as are the Angers. Boom Bust and Pillage for lands. Chalice obviously was stellar game 1. Fury can buy you the turn or two you need. It helps empty the hand for bridge. The list originally had 4. I knocked it down to 3. We need lands, by the way. Here we go. Keep. It's kind of a weird hand here. I'm going to get rid of the Anger of the Gods. I'm going to just spot removal something and eventually work our way up to Fury. My opponent could steal the stuff anyway with Thoughtseize Inquisition. Oh. Oh. Ragavan. I'm going to hate this Ragavan hitting me. 3,000 in cards. That's crazy. Is Ragavan worth a Fury Abrade here? I dropped Anger because it was uncastable at the moment. And the Fury was. I wasn't going to drop a land because I need to get the bridge out quickly. I'm going to chance it here and let my opponent hit me once. Get them a second land here. They might play like 2 more creatures and I can Fury some stuff away. We can go over a land. Save the Fury, yeah, possibly. Okay. Well, I feel like I could like just Abrade Ragavan here and be okay with taking a few hits from Dragon Rage and let my opponent play something else. So I'm gonna Abrade Ragavan. I'm gonna do it during combat so they don't dash in another one. I'm gonna do it now. Maybe I'm supposed to do it after the Surveil. Small timing thing there. They've got a fetch land, though. They could change it. All right, so they take Bridge or they take Fury. They have another Inquisition Thoughtseize. They take Bridge, maybe. All right, Fury gone. Opponent hits me for 1. No Dashing Monkey. They probably have an Abrade or a K-Command based on how they're playing. They haven't committed anything extra to the board. I'm almost tempted to not even play the Bridge, but another Thoughtseize gets it, so we're going to just play it. Be like, yep, you got it. Abrade me. Put that instant into the graveyard. If it's K-Command, it's a little worse, because K-Command can pick up Ragavan here. But they can't play Ragavan, or can't play K-Command right there. Fetching basics, Afraid of Blood Moon. Bobble. Bobble makes this a 3/3 flyer now. Gets rid of a land off the top with the Surveil. Now, if they do bobble here, this becomes a 3/3. If I hit a castable card, then it's not really attacking us. Again, an Abrade from them would be fine. Doing something with black mana here. And red. Scourge hits for 3. Connects. Scourge is now big. Oh no, they're at 17. Never mind. Scourge stays where Scourge is at. Karn's interesting. Karn's gonna stop the treasure here. I don't believe I can go get something though, because that would mean these can attack. So we're just gonna go up here to get rid of the treasure and hope for the best. Pass turn. You got it, Calico. Don't worry. Abrade. Unholy Heat. Blast Karn here. That's for 6, right? Bye, Karn. Still like our line here. Not a bobble. Be great to have something protecting this or a second bridge from sideboard. Little Mishra's Bobble. Taking a look at what we're drawing. That awkward you have Seasoned Pyromancer, you're like, okay, I want to play a land, and then if you draw 2 lands, it's a bit awkward. But we'll just accept that if we draw 2 lands here, and if I top deck like a Braid, it's really nice. Well, you know, it happens. It happens. All right, 3rd land here, 2, kill, swing in a bunch. Close to dead here. I can make a set of chump blockers here, needing a bridge off the top. This definitely smells like a K command at this point. You got it, opponent. Yeah, 2 kill, hit for 9. I'm going to 5. All right, bridge, and I think bridge only at this point. If my opponent attacked last turn, I would have been dead. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. It's not enough. Let's make some blockers here and hope they don't ever have a bolt. If we make a Seasoned Pyromancer, we can get bridge, and then we just have to evolve bolt. Dashing Monkey. We have this covered. We have this covered unless my opponent has an Unholy Heat right here. Go to blockers, go to blockers. Yes. Okay. Down to 2. K command kills us now. A lot of things kill us. Ah, it misses. Okay, we can play Karn and go get a bridge. But man, a lot of things kill us. But not if they don't have lands. 2, 3, 4. All right, I gotta live for a turn here. Then we can blow up some lands. I could get an elixir, but it's not enough yet. We gotta live for a turn or 2 here. Here we go. Dodge everything, then I can bust, then we can do something fun. And they needed white for the prismatic ending to work there. And it was about to boom bust. Boom bust was the next play. We didn't dodge. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I had to keep 3 here. Top decking another bridge. All right, we didn't quite get there. Didn't quite get there. Makes me kind of want my boom bust back in. Blood Moon looking really strong. I don't like these cleansings. Maybe keep one. One Spellskite sideboard and a Cleansing Wildfire here. Dip dodge. Dip dive dodge duck. Dodgeball. With 2 Liquimetal Torques, I like the Pillage slightly better than the extra Cleansing Wildfire. Cleansing Wildfire is a ramp spell. Let's try this. I don't think I want to be ramping. This game doesn't really go long enough for me to be doing a ramp versus like blowing up a land or making their life a little bit hard for them. Let's play first, hoping for a good hand. All right, we'll keep it. Hand looks good. Hand looks good. Lead with the Ramunant Ruins here. Probably look to Chalice. We got the Boom Busts. Got the Abrade, Liquimetal Torque as well. Helps me kill something that's rather large. If they play Ragavan turn 1, I Abrade it. They're Thought Seizing, they're taking Chalice. I'm getting probably Liquimetal Torque down. Boom Bust is a little awkward because I don't have an indestructible land, but we don't have to do that immediately. My opponent fetches basic here. Makes me feel like they've got another card because a lot of their deck is red. So we have another thing showing up here soon. If they don't take Chalice, I'm putting Chalice on 1. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. Boom. Fiery Islet's probably the last card I really want in my hands. It's going to take damage, unfortunately, and that makes Skyclave a little bit better. It's quite a hand, isn't it, opponent? Agree. It's a tough one. I don't know what you take. They take the Boom Bust. Interesting. All right. Well, Chalice on 1. That's got to be the first play here. Go ahead, opponent. If we get another Chalice, I throw it on 1 again. I don't put it on 0. Mishra's Bobble's not a problem. All right. A little Blood Crypt here. Hopefully they don't try to dash a monkey. Engineered on 0. Okay. All right. Let's just play Liquimetal Torque up here and pass turn. They're obviously going to kill our Chalice. They've got some 1-drops to play. It's a good one. It's a good one. Let's see what 1-drops we've got. Darcy and Bobble and Lightning Bolts gets pitched here. Darcy's a 3/3. Sunbaked Canyon. And a Prismatic Ending to get rid of the Liquimetal Torque. Looks like I'm going to be abrading a Channeler here. I don't think they have protection spells, so we'll just wait. Just wait on the Abrade. Fury's kind of a nice pickup because I can't cast the Anger. Okay, no monkey here, so we'll go ahead and pick this off. I'd rather not take too much here. At 17, we can still kill a Scourge, which is good. Bonus Darcy, followed by Thoughtseize. Okay. Not sure what you take here. Maybe Fury, because it can be cast. Hope I miss a land drop. Take Seasoned Pyromancer. Interesting. And follows this up with just a Blood Crypt tapped. All right. We'll play our lands. We're going to go ahead and hit this creature with an Anger and pass. We're going to do this because getting hit for 3 and then they play a Scourge anyway makes us susceptible to the Scourge. Where when I'm sitting at 15, if I top deck a land, I can at least play Karn. We can play from there. All right, got a 5/5. Really, really need just a nice top deck of a land. All right, it's a tap land. Opponent's going to draw. Oh, bolts me. All right. They bolt me, which means that I'm pretty close to dead here. I'm going to need probably top deck untapped land season Pyromancer to create 2 chump blockers over the course of 2 turns to allow me to play Karn and Bridge. I could also top deck a Bridge. Opponent's got 0 cards in hand. Cycling a Silent Clearing, maybe? Puts Lurrus to hand. Hits me for 8. I'm at 4. We're in trouble. I need a land. Chalice doesn't do it. That is game. I don't see a way to get out of this. All right. Tap land looks like it gets us there. Maybe they attack Karn. Not when I'm at 4. Not when I'm at 4. All right, it puts us at 2 and 1 here. If the Liquid Metal Torque stays around, Pillages and Abrades are an out there. It's pretty good for them to kill that. I would say death by the thing that killed the Liquid Metal Torque. Death by the engineered on 0, followed by the killing of the Liquid Metal Torque. Yeah, the E was pretty brutal. Kind of unlocked a lot of things that started taking our hand apart. It was brutal. It was brutal. That's okay, though. 2-1's a good record so far. Let's make it a 3-1 here. Let's find our next opponent. Artifacts are... I've said it before, and I'll say it again. Artifacts, they may be strong because they can be put in any list, and Wizards has done a phenomenal job of making things attack artifacts, making them easily targetable in all colors. Prismatic Ending, by the way, is a strong card against the Chalice. And so if our opponents are willing to go into Mardu colors, they can get that Chalice going. At any point, if I would have gotten a Blood Moon those games and taken them off the black, it didn't look like they had too much in just straight pred to get rid of artifacts. So could have been a thing. It wasn't, but it could have. All right, we're 2-1. My opponent's 1-0. Let's play some Magic. Oh, do I keep a 1-lander? Answer should be no, I think. But what if you top deck a land? But I'm not on the draw. True, true. I think we have to mulligan this one. 1 land's a little risky. There we go. All right, we'll keep this. I'm going to get rid of... Let's get rid of the Abrade. I'm going to lead with Fiery Islet. I hate leading with Fiery Islet, but I kind of want them to not like fetch basics. I was going to top deck only Cataracts. There you go. That's true. That's true. We could have top decked just Cataracts. It would have been abysmal. All right, we'll play the Ramunap Ruin. If I hit lands and I just want to not take damage, the Fiery Islet's an interesting play. We'll probably just cleansing their first land here. Oh yeah, now that I see the red-blue. Oh no, it's this one. I need a chalice. I need to go digging, but I also need to hit my lands. Blood Moon's pretty good in this matchup. I think it's just ramp. I can hold a turn here with my Fury. I probably want to get rid of the crab. So this is that Glimpse deck. The Glimpse deck that spins into just crazy spells. And so getting a Blood Moon here is probably pretty good against them because they won't be able to cast. And I think that's what I just have to do here. I want to Fury this away, but I don't think I have to. So let's play Blood Moon, see if that shuts them off what they need here. It could be that list too. It could be a variety of lists here. I'm not going to Fury here. Just going to pass and let them maybe crack the clue. I think it's the Glimpse deck, which means they want to Cascade. Oh, all right. So now we kind of know what's going on here. All right, so we can Chandra pillage a land, I think. And this way they can't Indomitable Creativity, now that we know that's what they're doing. And then I can Karn, get rid of the clue. I could also Liquimetal a land and prevent them from getting to 4 mana. So I think we're going to try to prevent them from getting to 4 mana, which I think is doable here. I could also get a bridge. Go get Liquimetal Coating. Play Liquimetal Coating. Kind of just want to kill this too. And then on upkeep, stop a land, pass turn. And now I think we're okay. Because now they don't have enough mana to do this. They hit another land, so I have to like... Might have to go get bridge. Let's go up here. Oh, boom bust. Sure. I don't need lands. You don't need land. No one needs lands. Don't worry about it. Goodbye. Sweet. All right, so land destruction is pretty good against this opponent. Pretty confident that my opponent's doing the Indomitable Creativity. Judge. Destroy X target artifacts or creatures for each permanent destroyed. So I think Spellskite's probably okay to bring in. They could be getting the dragon that makes multiple turns. They could get an Emrakul. They can get a variety of things here. So my bridges are probably pretty stellar here as well. Chalice doesn't look important here. It didn't appear they were the crazy Glimpse deck because that one cascades. Could be Through the Breach, could be Emrakul, could be a variety of things. Yeah, I think it's just got to be Spellskites and game plan, blow up lands. Don't let them get to 4. Have a Spellskite out to redirect the Indomitable. Get the Karn down, the bridge down, and hide. Dang it. I want to keep this because there's some boom busts. 2 draws to find red mana. We're up a game. Don't ever do that in a GP. Play the best hand you can. Don't say you're up a game. It just leads to losing. But just in case we lose, we've got Spellskite here. All right, we got a little Scalding Tarn, a little Steam Vents here. Opponent's doing the things. Red lands? What are red lands? Good old Spellskite. What you gonna do now, opponent? I'm a trained professional. Do not attempt this at home. I should make that as a little like thing that comes across the screen. MTGO professional on closed course. Do not attempt at home. All right, got a Sacred Fountain. Ooh, we're shocking in. That's not good. Remand Spellskite. Opponent did not like Spellskite there. Arid Mesa. Looking for a red source. Arid Mesa. Going bye-bye. 4A. What you gonna get? What you gonna get? What you gonna get? What you gonna get? Can't get a Dwarven Mine yet. There's Stomping Ground. We have many colors. Red, white, and blue played here. Plays a Teferi. Teferi goes up. Teferi is going to be used to get the Spellskite. Hoping for a red land. We do hit one. Let's take care of the blue land here. I'm hoping to hit another land to do another Boom Bust. I want to keep them at 3 mana for a little bit until I can maybe mess with this Teferi in a different way. So if I hit another land, I can Pillage or Boom Bust. They downtick with Teferi and miss. I miss, technically. Let's take them off of green now. Okay. Just destroying lands left and right. Little Teferi over there. There's a Dwarven Mine. We miss again. Looks like I'm just going to have to play a Spellskite and pass the turn. Needing one more land. What are lands? Bridge here, past turn. Not really going to care about holding for Spellskite to redirect at this point. Spellskite's just not redirecting anything. Would take a Fury here. Opponent bolts and bolts. Goodbye, Spellskite. Liquid Metal Torque would kind of work. Not immediately, but in the future would. Teferi going up to 5. Scalding Tarn. Land. Well, it's technically a land. Gonna hit ourselves to get the land here. My opponent could Scalding Tarn for blue mana and get another Remand going. Looks like what they might do here. Aether Gusts. Bottom. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't want to play Chalice yet. We'll pass. I really need another land here for Pillage to kill a land here. The Teferi just bouncing here. So my opponent can get whatever creature. They don't get anything yet. We do hit a land. Let's put a Chalice on 1 and pass turn. I think they go get Dwarven Mine here. They can spin at instant speed or whatever speed they want. Not a lot I can do here. They're going to go get something. I unfortunately have 5 things in my hand. It's an Emrakul. They bounce, and I'm just like dead here. Yeah, Teferi's here. All right. We stumble there. We keep a bit of a questionable hand. Getting punished for it. Teferi's going to be the problem card. So Emrakul is what we saw, though. So that's good to know. If I can get a couple bridges, maybe we have a shot here. So Remands, Aether Gusts. Not going to bring in Chandra Awakened Inferno because of that. Could bring in Boils. I think that's being a little too much on the land destruction. Maybe they're better than Abrades. Abrade's interesting, though, because Liquimetal Torque plus Teferi, it can kill that. So we want to keep that probably. Blood Moons look good here. Bridges look good. Let's do it. Teferi, the fun guy. Yeah, a second bridge would have worked there. If you can get the second bridge, it makes it a little harder for Teferi to bounce both of them. And it doesn't look like my opponent's got like an alternate way to kill bridge here. It's just like bounce. You don't like Teferi? It's all right. I don't think it's a boring card. I think you can build interesting lists around it. We can build a prison list with Teferi. We've done it. Knowledge Pool and Teferi are a wonderful thing. I'm disappointed not to see more Teferi Spell Queller. I think that combination of cards is really nice. All right, let's play first. We'll keep this. We can ramp. We have Blood Moon and Pillage here. My opponent may have a way to get rid of this. A Boom Bust wouldn't be bad. Straight into a basic Mountain would be kind of a cool way to do this. Double Bridge is nice to see. We were just talking about needing kind of 2 bridges against Teferis. Hand looks strong. Hand looks strong. I'd like to play Spirebluff Bridge, please. You want to see Narset with Burning Inquiries? That's not exactly a lock, but it's an interesting combination of things to do. It's definitely interesting. Look, they don't even offer it up. They don't even offer it up. All right, I'm going to cleansing my own thing here. I think that's the better route. Getting a basic mountain, drawing a card seems strong. Now I can Liquimetal plus attempt to Blood Moon or pillage a land, which feels good here. Opponent is fetching. I like it. Going to get probably blue. Steam Vents. Oh, Triumph. Okay. They've got some Triumphs. Nice. Another tap land, and I for sure am slamming Blood Moon. If it's a basic, I might attempt a pillage for the Aether Gust or Remand my opponent may have. Steam Vents. Steam Vents, and they do shock it in. So my opponent's got some sort of Remand shenanigans. All right, Liquimetal Torque. They don't have white mana right now. I feel like Blood Moon is the more important card here, so let's attempt a pillage. I'm expecting Aether or Remand here. And then if they play something, I could play Karn. There's the Aether Gust. I'm going to put this... I kind of want to put it on top because Liquimetal can kill Teferi. I'm going to bottom, though. If they play Teferi, I'm probably just playing Karn hoping for a... a top deck land for Liquimetal Coating. Pillage is slow against a creature if they have that. We're looking to potentially Blood Moon here. Top deck land, I can Blood Moon and play it through Remand, which would maybe be worth it as well. Scalding Tarn. A lot of time between every time my opponent plays like a land. The Spellskite. Alright, let's attempt Blood Moon. Spellskite's actually not a bad one right behind this. If it's a Remand, I put it on top. Oh. A delay. Goes with how many counters? 3. So we have a Teferi probably coming up sooner or later. And the Teferi is going to allow my opponent to prevent the Blood Moon from showing back up. Delay is a good interaction with Teferi, kind of like the Spell Queller. I just like to be more aggressive with creatures. So I respect this. If they had Indomitable Creativity, I get to spin it onto my Spellskite. They'd need a fetch land too, or the Dwarven Mine. They have Double Bolt. They can Double Bolt Spellskite, but they're not getting rid of Spellskite anytime soon. Triome here. Triome, Blood Moon, maybe Teferi. Teferi bounce Spellskite. There's Dwarven Mine. There's some artifacts that are currently tapped. Okay. All right, so spend with the Blood Moon. Let's go ahead and get Karn, the Great Creator here. My opponent could have... They could have Bolt. I think I still go get the Liquimetal Coating here. And I can shut down Nahiri, or I can kill lands. I could get the Torque back, too. Getting the Torque back's maybe slightly better than destroying lands. Would shut down Nahiri, and if they do have the Bolt, I have the way to get rid of the Nahiri if I draw like Pillage. Let's go with that. A bit different. That way, if they do Bolt Karn, at least it's not a totally dead card in hand. And again, it's not going to kill lands at the moment, but we've got the Spellskite kind of sitting here preventing a thing or two, maybe. What you gonna do, opponent? What you gonna do? Again, a bit of longer turns for my opponent to play their land and then begin their turn. Unless they have multiple lands. What is this suspended to? 2? It's almost there. Draw discard. Plays a Bloodstained Mire. Cracks the Bloodstained Mire. Another Dwarven Mine. All right, so we got some dwarfs. 3 mana. Still hasn't used Nahiri yet. Can I redirect the 2 here? I don't think I can I? Hold on. Prismari command deals 2 damage to any target, destroy target artifact. I should be able to. I mean, it doesn't cost me anything to do this. Do you want to change the targeting Karn, the Great Creator? Yes. Can I? All right, well, I tried. Hey, it worked. Hooray. It's the K command that gets weird because of the style of the targets, right? I don't remember. One of them's weird. There's a way to get around Spellskite's targeting. Yeah. One of them gets real goofy. All right, but we have 2 dwarfs here. That kind of makes me worried. Up to, okay. Steam Vent's gotten rid of. Yeah, I always have to like read them really closely. I know one does, and it's always just interesting which one it is. All right, Karn the Great Curator is getting punched here. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. What do we got for 2? Don't be Wrenn and 6. Oh my gosh, it's Wrenn and 6. Well, now they just ping this, right? That's not good. My opponent's gone all mid-range on me. All right, suspend. It's down to 1. They're debating it on their stream. Let's see here. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. I can shut something off. One, 2, 3, bridge. 1, 2, torque. Upkeep, stop, up on bridge, which is slightly risky here. Upkeep, stop to stop Wrenn and 6 because I can't block both of these. If I do that, they exile with this. Do I just have to do here? Allow them to kill Karn? Do I want to shut off Wrenn? If I shut off Wrenn, I lose Liquimetal. Then they ping this 1, and then I'm just sitting here kind of dead to Wrenn anyway. If I go after Nahiri and they ping anyway... Alright, I have to go after Wrenn because if I go after Nahiri here, then they just attack, ping, and then they use Nahiri to get rid of this because I won't have Karn anymore. It's the best I can do. Animating Bridge is scary here because my opponent could Indomitable. And if they Indomitable here, then they get to get 2 things and they can give me a random creature, which won't be that effective. So activating our bridge is completely like going to potentially mess us up here. But we'll see. Playing a Teferi and bouncing bridge here results in the same thing, losing Liquimetal Torque to Nahiri once both of these come in. Play another Dwarven Mine. Yeah, so many of these. There's Teferi. Alright. So my opponent gets to hit us for 2 and is playing apparently just Super Walkers at this point. I will get a bridge down it, or a Blood Moon down, it looks like. So maybe that within a pair of bridges can kind of keep me at a safe space with the Teferi. My opponent does pick up a Scalding Tarn because they know the Blood Moon's showing up. Oh, it would have hit. That's right. It hits artifacts too. Oh, well then I'm just gonna die. That's right. It's both. My other polymorph ideas that do other things. Oh, Blood Moon doesn't come down because of Teferi. It was going to until Teferi showed up. Too many things happening. This is like a terrible card because my opponent has things like Teferi. I'll play two bridges here past turn. Maybe it's good because now I have some bridges here, Blood Moon. We're so close to just dying. This doesn't look good. Yeah, no moon with Teferi. Prismari command here, kill a bridge, deal 2 damage or loot. Teferi uptick, Ren uptick, Nahiri uptick. Following turn, uptick, uptick, uptick. Following turn, bounce bridge, use Nahiri, kill us. If I play Boom Bust here, it doesn't matter. So this is a strong list against us because we're trying to play bridge to protect ourselves. My opponent's got all kinds of cards that hit bridge. Nahiri up to 8. And if I can't deal with the Ren in 6, it's inevitable that they'll get it to 7 and get to cast Prismari commands. Ooh. Grab. The hate is real. They're destroying us, really. There's not a lot I can do against Super Walkers plus a very artifact destroying type of list. Could blow up some lands, though. Could be fun. Boom. Boom, boom, boom. Having the Nahiri down anyway, it exiles enchantments, so even if the Blood Moon resolved, it wouldn't have been a big deal for my opponent. Nahiri and the 3 dwarves. I guess I shouldn't auto-yield just yet in case they have Remand. Flusterstorm. I could pay for this. I mean, I'm going to say no because Liquimetal Torque has the ability to change like Nahiri or Teferi into a plane or a pillage target or an abrade target. So I don't want to tap this with them doing with Nahiri, especially since they're going to have to uptick. And if they have no way to get rid of bridge here for a turn, we're in top deck one card chance, which I'm not sure what it would be, but you know, puts the Ragoon Triome. Discards an Emrakul. It ended up in hand. I don't know how many they play. I think they played 2 or 3. Teferi's gone up to 3 here. Bloodstained Mire. Indomitable for something. Oh, nope. Cyclo's Triome. Okay. Okay. Player land, pass turn, and die. It's a Teferi bounce here, Nahiri down tick, go get that Emrakul. Swing for 18, Annihilator 6. Swing for 19. Well, a lot of artifact hate. Bridges in hand. And here he's going down. Opponent's got us. All right. On we go. No luck there. Well, Fury would have been able to hit the Teferi. That's something we could have drawn. But didn't get there. 2 and 2. Looking for that 3-2. Immediately finding an opponent. Let's go. Straight into it. I know Z-Man's a streamer. All right. Let's keep this. We have 2 draws to find another red source. Let's test the red source problems. It's a lure stack. Pillage could be pretty good here. Fury's probably going to be able to kill something. Opponent keeps 7. We keep 7. On we go. Oh, it's hammer time. All right. Probably. Blood Moon could be good. Wow, Magic Online's getting laggy again. Must be just the night. The night. It's too much for Magic Online to handle. All right, let's see a few creatures here that I can kill with a Fury. In for 1. Cool. Extra planes. Giver. And another Esper Sentinel. All right. So probably need a Fury before this comes online. Furying probably both Esper Sentinels gives us the best lines next turn. Blood Moon looking real bad now. But Blood Moon's a good way to get rid of... Blood Moon's a good way to get rid of a Ink Moth. I think I'm going to go 1 and 1 or 2 and 2 is fine. And then the plan here is to pillage probably an artifact that they play. Hopefully get to Blood Moon here, not having them draw a card. And if I can get the Chandra, I can kill this. They're down to 3 cards in hand, so that feels okay. Maybe if they miss a land drop here, I try to pillage a land. I don't know. Doesn't seem right. Can I hit any number? Oh, it is any number. I'm just testing myself. Opponent cycles a Sunbaked Canyon. Yes, it is any number. I just didn't click the other giver. I thought it was 2. We'll make the game challenging. we'll make it challenging. There's a Colossus Hammer. The Memnite as well. All right, kill land here. Could play Blood Moon. I don't think I need it just yet. Colossus Hammer. We don't want to get exactly Colossus Hammered into Sigarda's Aid. At this point, kind of like you've said, if I would have killed the Giver, we'd be in a much better spot. But we forgot Fury is any and not just 2. It happens. It happens. Longer day at work. Here entertaining you all. You forget things. All right, combat has begun here. I almost just want to pillage the Snow-Covered Plains. Opponent comes in for pair. Now it feels like just Chandra kill this. Then Urza Saga. We can Blood Moon now. Stoneforge? Stoneforge it is. So we have Colossus Hammer, unknown card. go ahead and Blood Moon. This will give me some extra red here that I'm going to need. Blood Moon gets rid of Urza's Saga here. They'll have 1 snow-covered plains. I mean, at this point, Karn, down-tick Bridge might be enough. Fury being a potential 0 mana 4 for 2 is pretty good. Yeah, it could be. Wonder if I just blow up this last land here. I am the land destruction list. There's an Ink Moth. I could get rid of the plains here, and then they can't get a Sigarda's Aid down. These aren't indestructible anymore. Now they've made this a little bit harder. I'm trying to think of a way to extend this game out quite a bit. I'm going to attempt a pillage on the snow-covered plains and pass the turn. Keeping them off of white here feels like the largest chance for us to keep winning here, or keep the game under control. Because they need Sigardas or they need the Paladin, and until they can get either of those, they're just hitting me for 3. Which means the Cleansing Wildfire does not go to them, it goes to us if we cast it. Which is what we're going to do right here. We're going to convert a Cascading Cataract into probably whatever we want here. And then Karn Bridge is our next turn. Should be able to win from there. Seasoned Pyromancer is not exactly what I wanted to draw, but we'll work with him. We'll work with him. All right, opponent hits us for 3. Maybe attack Chandra. 4, 1 to 3. Oh, he digs, but I'm trying to empty my hand. I mean, he becomes a blocker, I guess, is decent. But we're trying to empty our hand so my opponent can't attack us. If we get a Chalice, we want to put it on 0 because Ornithopter is the scariest thing. My opponent can still get a Plains into Sigarda's Aid into these hammers that they have in their hand. And we don't want that to happen if we can avoid that. It could be Spyro here. I have a different line that I want to do here. Let's go ahead and shoot Giver. And let's go get a Walking Ballista. They can still get us here. They could get us last turn as well. So if they have Sigarda's Aid, they have the 2 Colossus Hammers, and then they have a Plains rip off the top here, my opponent can kill us. But if they can't do all of that, we're blocking here, shooting this, going getting Bridge, hoping that Seasoned Pyromancer doesn't hit a million things that I can't cast. And then we'll have a blocker. I'm going to leave myself with a blocker here. I don't see my opponent killing me here. I'm going to 6. And now I can go get bridge. All right. Our goof up from earlier shouldn't harm us too much here. 1, 2, 3. Attempting to play Seasoned Pyromancer so I can get rid of a land. See what else we draw. Land. Nickel Metal Torque. Uptick with Chandra. Downtick with Karn. Go get bridge. If this is a bridge, then I'll wait. Not gonna play Boom Bust. And I'm gonna leave both blockers here. We win by locking them out, not by attacking. Cool. Should be good. Ornithopter can kill us in the air, but at least I'll have a Walking Ballista to take care of that creature. I think we're okay now. Got him. All right. We were just making it exciting. It was exciting for me earlier. Extra Karn. Ooh, Boom Bust. So. Anger of the Gods looks okay. Spellskites are a maybe. Chalice is good. Seasoned Pyromancer doesn't feel very good here. Maybe do Spellskite and 2 Angers. Spellskite here to attempt to protect bridge. Anger kills creatures before they get too big. Our Braids kill quite a few things. Liquid Metal Torque plus Pillager or Braid kills Sigarda's Aid. Blood Moon stops Ink Moth from being a kill, which is important. I think I'm going to keep the Cleansing Wildfires, even though we were able to keep them off of white that time. It's not always the most important once we have a lock established. Yeah, this feels good. This feels good. You don't want to accidentally unlock them attacking with bridge. That can get kind of messy, and that's why Seasoned Pyromancer's pulled out here. One land with a Cleansing Wildfire that could ramp us? That can't be right. It's not good. We do have bridge. Can blow up lands. Let's mulligan. This is far better here. We'll keep this. Get rid of the Boom Bust here. I'm more than likely playing Liquid Metal Torque. Pillage is better for killing an artifact creature or land, where the Blood Moon should take care of an Ink Moth here. Oh, Saga. Springleaf. All right, land, go. 2 bridges even. One of them was a land, though. Yeah, it's a bridge. Just a deck full of bridges. All right, so we have Urza Saga going up to 2 here. My opponent's only got a Springleaf Drum. They need land plus creature to use it for its creating a golem. It's a golem, right? An Ornithopter. If I hit in a Braid, we get to braid this. Maybe I braid this. Probably want to kill the creature, right? If they play a Sigarda's Aid, at least the Torque and the Pillage could get it. I want to cast a Stoneforge. We're very probably close to getting killed here. Oh gosh, they have more. Oh no, not Sigarda's Aid, please. Okay. It's a hammer. Oh, they have 2 hammers. Didn't mean to close one of those. All right. Well, Torque is the only thing I could play here. I'm not going to represent that I have a Braid because my opponent has 2 hammers in hand. Urza Saga goes up. Gets a 1 drop or a 0 drop. Just gets like another Ornithopter. Getting another Ornithopter would be really bad for our bridges here. Gets another Spring Leaf Drum. It's a lot more mana. Karn the Great Creator would be a pretty good draw here. If we drew Karn the Great Creator, I might pillage off this Ornithopter. 3 mana. Pure Steel Paladin. All right. Well, we die on turn 3. Nice. Good hand. They have another hammer. They did it with Steel Shaper plus here. All right. Ornithopter 2022 smacks us here on turn 3. Ouch. Maybe I can get a Chalice on 0 and 1 this time. Who knows? All right. Sending it back as is here. No real changes. Being on the play is much better than being on the draw, by the way. Being on the play will hopefully be faster. At least have the ability to interact with my opponent. This league's taking a lot longer than they normally do, by the way. We're usually, what, a match and a half into our next league? It's crazy. Long matches. I think Magic Online's being laggy tonight. I don't know if anyone else is playing on Magic Online. It seems to be playing slow. Raminot does 2. It's a desert. Sacrifice a desert. 2 in red. Let's play first. I mean, Chalice on 0 and 1 are pretty strong, but I have to top deck a land. I do have the Fury here. Let's believe in the heart of the cards. Let's believe in the heart of the cards here. Come on, right? 2 lands off the top. Two lands off the top. Easy, right? Easy. Opponent mulligans to 6. Yu-Gi-Oh? Yu-Gi-Oh? What about Yu-Gi-Oh? All right, there you go, opponent. Chalice on 0 bridge, but the blue-red artifact bridge. I can blow this up, but I'll probably put Chalice on 1 first. But yes, I can. And I have the Fury kind of as like a backup for a turn or 2 if I get wrecked here. There's Ink Moth. That creature I cannot hit with Fury, but they don't have a Sigarda's Aid, so it's good for us. Land. No real surprise. Let's just be honest. No real surprise there. All right. Opponent's got a Plains. We got Ink Moth. How many draws will it take to hit our second land? Believe in the Heart of the Cards, best Yu-Gi-Oh reference. There you go. Stoneforge? Got it. Stoneforge gets around Chalice. Colossus Hammer. Okay. Land. Ooh. All right, we're playing Magic. We're playing Magic. So, I want to Cleansing Wildfire, clearly. At the same time, I kind of want to just Fury and do the Chalice on one. I'm trying to decide if I need to immediately Fury here. I think I can hold for a turn. So putting Chalice on one here feels pretty strong. I don't think I need a Fury because I'd love to be able to pillage the Ink Moth, and I need to kind of Cleansing next turn if I miss a land drop. So we're going to go a turn here, and I don't think I'm going to get punished. I don't think I'll be punished here. Little Sunbaked Canyon. Okay. Famous last words. All right, no attack there. Nothing too crazy. We do hit our land. They must wear and tear. I mean, it would just be the wear part? Let's go ahead and Cleansing Wildfire ourselves here. Obviously, I want to use this. Get a land. Hit another land. They put Hammer into play here. They put Hammer in. Hammer in. Pure Steel, boot up this. I think I can wait here. Even if they kill these, I think I'm okay. If they kill one of these and they have 0 drops, I'm in trouble. I don't think there's a way I'm beating that. If they just Abrade or Wear and Tear here. They just kill the 0 drop here. No. Don't touch the Chalice. Cycles. All right, that's like the best thing to see there. Yes. All right, I was afraid of a Wear and Tear effect or an Abrade. Chalice 0, Pure Steel, and then Colossus Hammers, and give me the big hug. But no big hugs were had. No big hugs. Combat has begun. Will my opponent attack me this time? No. Okay. It's very rare that you get the option to Chalice on 2. Like, do I lose? I think we're just chalicing on 2. And if they have interaction, then I panic, throw Fury at the Stoneforge or something here. Chalice on 0, 1, and 2. What do you got, opponent? Interaction right here is probably needed. The other thing is to double up a Chalice on a 1 or something. Well, that's gonna do it. Opponent's done. Hammer Time taken down, and Prison getting the 3-2 overall. Not too bad. Not too bad. Let's take a look at this list that we've taken into our league here. Here it is. So, Red Prison featuring Fury here. What does this list do well, and then where does it fall short in the prison categories? What it's doing well is it's actually, you can have a late Blood Moon and destroy lands. You've got the option of Pillage here. You've got the option of Boom Bust. Theoretically, you can even mess with their lands if you think they're a little bit land basic light here with Cleansing Wildfire. We saw this against Eldrazi Tron. That worked pretty well. Not necessarily getting rid of the waste, but getting rid of the Urborg. So things like Void Mirror or your other silver bullets work really well. Chalice was an all-star this league. Blood Moon was pretty good as well, and Bridge wasn't bad either. We struggled against multiple Planeswalkers. I think Zale, one of our mods here, did say, I don't like winning. I would cut 2 Boils at this point and put a Spyglass, maybe Pithing Needle, but maybe 2 Spyglasses work. The thing is that as soon as you take these out, you might run into super hard control, and that's where this list probably struggles a little bit, is if you run into something very, very controlling, you probably will struggle as they'll be able to just counter like Chandra or Karn, and you're just not really doing a lot from there. Your Blood Moon probably won't be very effective if they're like Blue-White or even Esper, because they'll probably have enough islands that they'll end up getting out of the Blood Moon. And then things like Aether Gust are still floating around apparently, but the counter spells, because you're a bit slower, will definitely hinder your progress. But mid-range, the more aggro lists and multicolor decks, they're getting kind of trounced by something like this, and it makes sense. One cool thing with this version is you have the Liquimetal Torque, and then you have Braids or Pillages, and these can help you get rid of things that maybe red can't typically get rid of because things like Fury do damage, Chandra does damage. Sometimes the spells that do a lot of damage that kill something are very expensive, and so when you have like a 5/5 or a 6/6 out there, it can be very difficult to kill. Liquimetal Torque, Pillage, and Abrade fix this. Not always the best way to fix it, but it is an out. Seasoned Pyromancer was good. I like cutting to only 3 Furies. You could run a 4th Fury, that's fine. I would just make sure you have enough red cards to pitch to in case you need to get that bridge active. Red Prison here with Fury didn't look too bad. And there's your list.